Mike, turn your games down.
Hi everybody, welcome to our mini episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's stuck in a repeating portal with me tonight? I got nothing.
Shredder's mutant henchman in Kuma.
So we're here to talk about a game that I had zero interest in ever playing until you convinced me to buy it, and now I put over 40 hours into it, and I can't stop playing it.
Sounds like a good investment to me.
Yeah.
Especially when you're considering that it's a roguelite.
It's not my style.
Didn't you play a shit ton of Vampire Survivors?
I have, yes, that's the only one I ever got into. But yes, I have played a ton of that game. But that's it. I've never played another roguelite other than that, really, that I liked very long.
Well, now you've been introduced to the Hades roguelite type of games, and since you enjoy that, there are a couple more that you might like instead.
Yeah, I know one you mentioned I'm actually about to download or buy shortly. But we are here to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splinter Fate, developed by Super Evil Megacorp, published by Super Evil Megacorp, and originally came out in 2023 for Apple Arcade, and then 2024 for Switch and Windows, and then eventually came out for PlayStation 5 and Xbox and everything else. I had no idea what this game was. It wasn't until you randomly said, "Hey, Brad owns this game. Do you want to buy it?" And I was like, "Eh," and that's how it started.
Yeah, there's not a lot of glory in that statement, but
no, there wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, no, I mean, at first you got to think. I mean, you're kind of used to it now with all the solo play you've done, but it was on Apple Arcade. Since I had access to Arcade, I could just download it and try it out, and I was like, "Holy hell, this is just like Hades, but with a turtle skin." And the voice acting is pretty good, like for what it is. Voice acting was good, and for being an Apple Arcade game, I was like, "This isn't bad at all." I wish I could play this with more people. But there's absolutely like zero people I know with Apple Arcade. I mean, I think I knew one person, but no way in hell he'd play that. And then, I heard the announcements that they were bringing it out on other platforms, and that evolved into where we're at today.
I mean, it's better than I thought. So, like, when we first played it together, all three of us, I didn't like it much. I was like, it's fine. It's kind of crappy. I kind of regretted buying it for the $15 I did, but that's because I was playing as Donatello, which is one of my favorite turtles, and I just didn't like the way he played. And then you had randomly told me, you're like, "Well, why don't you try Leo?" And I'm like, "All right, I'll try Leo." No expectations, and then all of a sudden the game clicked, and that was then 35 hours to put into the game in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, all I did is just listen to what you were telling me, because as we were going through the runs, you already know my play style. I go in, I jump in with the highest crit that I can go and just beat things to death with wrath, right? So I was like, well, that's the way I like to play. And you kept mentioning, I'm trying to put, points into dodging, and I'm trying to get some of the artifacts that use dodge or whatever it was. And I'm like,
it was, yeah.
Well, shit, if you're going to focus on dodge that much, go for Leo. That dude is like practically based on dodging.
Oh, he is. And the game just clicked. Like, I only meant to beat it on my own once, just to beat it on. And then I did a few more times. And then the game said, "Oh, well, if you beat it 8 times, you get the true ending. You finish." I'm like, okay. So then I did that. Then I beat Shredder 8 times and got the true ending. And then I have now beat Shredder over 30-something times to 40 times.
Did you count it?
The game counts it for me. I don't have to count it.
Where do you see it in game?
That little bandana, there's a certain one of the screens you can check with the ad in the Alopex update where it will tell you how many times you have beaten Shredder. It's also on the computer. You can see how many completed runs you have done too.
Interesting. All right. Oh, that's true. I forgot about the
I have looked a couple times. I don't really look anymore because I just run through runs. But for those that don't know what a roguelite is, well, I'm assuming you listen to this, you probably know what a roguelite is. It's essentially just the game repeats itself, but with the roguelite elements of it, you get to keep a certain currency that you can upgrade after each run. And each run is a little bit different, even though in this game they're pretty close to the same. They're not that different.
You're able to keep some of your progress character building wise in order to come back stronger the next time, learn from your mistakes, and possibly move on to the next step.
Yes. That's a good way to put it. Better than the way I put it. And that's why I liked it. That's what stuck me, because that stuck to me any type of game like this. Like, I can keep playing it, and every time I fail, I know I can get back up, and I'll have some better stats and some better upgrades, and I'll get, but I still wasn't thinking much. Like, I am a big Turtles fan. We both are, obviously. There's no question there with that one. And I don't think I would this game if it wasn't coated in turtle paint.
True.
But turtle paint
I can't.
does it for me.
It goes a long way, man. That green, that green really helped us out because I thought of that too. Even when I first played it on my own, I was like, man, would I really like this game on my own? Yes, I probably would have liked it to an extent, but it definitely it wasn't at the level like a polish, and it didn't impress me as much as something like Hades was. As much as it was trying to be that, it lacked a little bit of polish. But what made up for that lack of polish was that turtle coat of paint.
And it's comic book turtle paint.
Well, what also helped for me, at least, was that it happened to be co-op because Hades is not. Hades 1 and 2 isn't co-op. So you got a game that's very similar to it. It has a nice IP connected to it. Mechanics ain't bad. The aesthetic isn't bad. And then you make it co-op on top of that? Shit, that sounds like a good time to me.
And the co-op is pretty good, actually, on here. Like, I was unsure about it at first, but it's actually decent co-op. They do make it a lot harder, obviously, but...
Yeah, I mean, and that's normal. That's how it should be. And just like any like the Ranger board game that we play, or even Turtles board game co-ops that I have, co-op games are meant to be pretty damn hard because you're working as a team to accomplish a goal. So, I mean, makes sense.
I also think it was balanced a little bit since you were the one hosting based on your stats. And me and Brad had just started playing, really, so...
I mean, that's possible, too.
Because I know, like, when I hosted, it was a lot harder than it should have been. I think it was based on what my stats are. It was not nice. It's weird, like, because I've been playing this game so many times now, I started really picking up on what changes in a roguelite, or changes in this game. Like, they don't make a lot of changes. Each zone is pretty close to the same. The enemies that spawn, it can either be foot soldiers, mainly foot soldiers and mousers, or what you see are those two...
Frogs.
Yeah, you get some frogs, but they never really dominate the level or the run.
Until you go to the junkyard.
Yeah, then they dominate that one area because that's all their expansion.
Well, and then you get other robots also. But it's
but those are all, I would say, Baxter's faction. Even though Baxter Stockman is not in this game, it's essentially his faction.
Right.
Too bad he's not in this game, though.
Yeah, they usually cram them in when it comes to games. This is not one of them.
I was a little surprised. I was also surprised that this game so far has 3 DLCs at the time that we're talking about this. We have the Casey Jones, Metalhead, and then now we just added Alopex.
I never would have guessed that when this game came out. I figured it was just going to be those original 4. The game probably wasn't going to go very far for the most part, and that was going to be it. And here we are 3 DLCs later.
Yeah, I mean, Casey makes sense. Casey Jones, I mean, he's one of your famous TMNT characters. He's well known. He's in a lot of other brawlers in general. Like, it made sense that he was there. Metalhead surprised me a little bit because he's not as well known.
Well, the good thing about them bringing in Metalhead when they did is that they made him mechanically so different than any other character that being that with the range and everything else. That was a good addition. I can't necessarily say the same for Alopex as much as I didn't mind using her, especially because she has a crit element to her, which is always good for me. But at the same time, I felt that we already had like Leo doing his thing with the dodging and ninja-like abilities. I would have liked to see something different, something like a Mutanimal. Bring in a Mutanimal. Is Alopex more known? Absolutely. But I would have loved to see a Mutanimal more, and then maybe give you some incentive to use like a different artifact like ooze to have more of a ooze build and things like that. It probably would have been a lot more interesting.
I mean, Alopex doesn't, as a guy who spent over 20 hours as Leo, I can tell you she plays very differently when it gets down to her mechanics. She has some Leo build in her because she is dodge heavy, but she's also like, there's still a big difference. But I've spent too much time as Leo to be able to answer that question. Because with her, I can't do the dashy things. Like, when I get into a really good run as Leo, and this game is giving me the skills I want, I can just dash through everybody, and they're just being murdered just by my dashes. I don't even need to really hit, and when I kill them, I earn another dash back. I didn't get lucky like that in our 2 runs that we did yesterday, or a couple days ago, but I have gotten runs like that in this game as Leo, where I just kill everything with dashing, and the game gets ridiculous when the right stuff happens. And before I decided to make the game as hard as possible, because I'm going for achievement, and I need more points.
And that's part of the beauty of roguelites.
Well, I'm trying to max out my character. I'm not that far away from maxing out the characters, well, the upgrades, which is not me. The fact that I have played this game that much is saying something. That is not me. And I can't put this game down. I'm trying to. That's why I'm going for the achievement, just so I have an excuse to stop playing it solo.
Yeah, it's nothing I would have ever foretold for you to play that much. Usually, once you get done with your initial story, it's kind of a one night stand kind of deal.
But the game, that's how I meant to do. Like, once I beat it single player, I was like, okay, I'm going to be done. And then I was like, okay, I'll beat it 8 times, get the true ending, and then I'll be done. Like, the whole idea in this is Splinter got captured by, they don't ever say it's the Rat Catcher, but it's the Rat Catcher, right? Rat Catcher, is that his name?
The Rat King.
Rat King. Oops, Rat Catcher is DC. Wrong comic. Rat King. Like, they don't say it's the Rat King, but the silhouette is the Rat King from the IDW comics, and he's the one and he has the powers in the IDW comics to do this to them, where he's putting them in this never-ending loop to rescue Splinter.
Yeah. Which
you eventually do. I mean, that's part of things that, like, I could care less about the story. I've seen all the dialogue, but I don't give a shit. That's not what you're playing a roguelite for. I'm not here for story.
Right. When I first started it, I paid attention and all that. But after just, I felt like a lot of their dialogue was repetitive, just like it was going through the goddamn portals constantly. I was like, all right, I'm going to keep spinning my wheels here with the narrative, just like I am when it comes to going through the portals. I might as well just focus on playing the game. And what sucks, though, is I feel like I wasted a lot of their effort when it came to the voice acting, because I feel like the voice acting was pretty good. And you're talking about the turtles, and their interactions are pretty good. But the narrative, to me, wasn't worth really panning it out and listening.
Yeah. I mean, I paid a little attention to it, but not a lot, because I just didn't care.
They got a comic connected to this game?
I did not know that. I don't know if I'm interested, but I'm a little interested.
Just throw it out there. If you love the game so much.
I mean, yeah, but it's part of it's the fact that it was TMNT and it was close to the IDW run. Like the look of the characters is all from that run. Shellhead or Metalhead, he's smaller, like he is in the comic.
Well, and Rat King's appearance and everything is pretty close to that run. And I the way I see Splintered Fate is just pretty much like a branching path of that universe. Like an offshoot of that universe. It's too similar.
But the fact that that's what they went with, I think, is also impressive. Because, like, when it comes to Turtles, normally what you get is whatever is based off what the current show is at that time.
Well, look at Alopex, too. She came in, she originated, as far as I remember, in IDW. She's got the exact same look in the game.
And I didn't look this up, but I'm wondering if this is her first appearance in a video game, too.
Oh, think so?
I didn't look it up like I should have. I thought about it, but I didn't actually do it.
Was she in Shredder's Revenge? I can't remember.
Not that I'm aware. But then again, I've also never played it.
Yeah, so that's something you got to add to the list for us to do very soon.
I need to pick it up. So.
Yeah, this might be her first game. It's like it.
Yeah, I tried to search it up, and somehow I got Resident Evil and Leon. I don't know what just happened. So.
Yeah, that's far off the mark there.
Autocorrect. An AI, or I don't know what the hell happened.
But I will say, like, I've played so many different Turtles games, like even board games, to where she shows up. Like, Brad and I have played where he played as Batman, I played as the Turtles, and whatever crossover board game system they had, and Alopex was like one of the first bosses going through the story missions. So that made me think, is she in other games too?
She's a cool ass character. I mean, she's been around for a while because she's in the early IDW run, which came out years ago.
Many years ago at this point.
So yeah, I mean, so it makes sense, but it was yeah, I was surprised when they dropped her as the most recent DLCs. I know a lot of people were thinking it's going to be Nobody, who's also has a sprite in this game. There were a lot of other, maybe not sprite, but 3D model. There's a lot of other characters. I was thinking Splinter was going to be a playable character. Like, I'm still surprised he's not in this game as a playable character. Right. That kind of threw me for a loop. And they do have some really deep cuts for the bosses. So first boss is Leatherhead, which is fine. I do like Leatherhead a lot. He's annoying in this, but I do like the character. Then you have Karai, which kind of shocked me because Karai is not a super popular character to use, at least not in Turtle games that I played. Hasn't been in a ton. Just to fight.
You mean like to just have her? Oh, I mean, ever since the IDW run, she's been a lot more prominent, especially with some of the things she ended up doing in the comics. So, and I'd say even since the 2003 cartoon, she's in Tournament Fighters as the final boss. So apparently she's been in 8 to 10 games, is what the AI overlords told me just now. Yeah, I feel like she's definitely gained some popularity since That's her IDW run.
I forgot
I mean,
she was in that
the foot in general,
movie.
because which movie? What?
I think she was in the TMT movie. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm looking at. I don't know. She's been in a lot of stuff, I guess.
She might have been. I haven't seen that in a while.
No, it's been a bit. But to me, she never really became a big character till the comic.
It's hard. It's hard for anybody to surpass some of the real big names. You know, you got obviously your main turtles. Or if you're simply talking about villains, you got Shredder, Krang, and then Bebop, Rocksteady. Outside of those, a lot like others are kind of a step down or two. And I would say Karai and other enemies like that are like second tier compared to the ones that I just mentioned before.
And she was also in the 2003 cartoon. I guess she was in the 2012 stuff too. So.
Well, yeah, ever since that '03 cartoon, she's been included in a lot of new iterations.
I forgot she was in that. I never really watched all of it. I just watched recaps of it, but she was cool to see, and her design is the IDW design, which also, got me excited.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, the IDW did so much good for the Turtles, and I feel like that was, to an extent, some type of resurgence for them at that time. I mean, the 2012 cartoon, the animated one, was good for the most part, and I felt like it gained a lot of new fans. But the IDW comic run really gave something to the older fans and new that everybody can appreciate at the same time.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it has Bebop and Rocksteady as a boss, which feels good always because it just reminds me of it reminds me of Turtles in Time a lot because they can actually hurt each other a few times in that fight if you hit them. I've gotten them to hit each other a couple times somehow. At least it looks like they did.
Bebop and Rocksteady are a staple, man. Honestly, I don't know if they can damage each other, but if they can, hey, makes sense to me.
It looked like they did, but it just reminded me of Turtles in Time the one time I saw it. So
I just missing them blinking red.
I wasn't missing that. But I mean, they're not surprising, and then you'll see because you can when this game is broken into 4 different zones, and then for the third zone you have to either go to Bebop and Rocksteady, or you can go to the junkyard, which is one of the frogs. I forgot his name though. I just fought him today again. I don't remember his name. Rasputin is one of them. I know that. I never.
Yeah, I do not remember. I know there's a Genghis frog, I think, and then I forget all the names.
There's a few, and you fight them. You fight one of them in a giant mech. It's kind of cool. It's actually easier. Like there are some times. I think there are some routes where I just go that route because I don't feel like dealing with Bebop and Rocksteady. They're fucking easy, but they're annoying sometimes.
Well, yeah, it's just the fact that there's some type of variety, so it doesn't get too monotonous. It's worth going the other path sometimes.
And then the last path is the rooftops, which then you fight Shredder, obviously.
Yeah, it's Foot Clan dominated. Obviously, you get some Mousers and Baxter stuff, but very Foot Clan heavy. And then, like you said, Shredder at the end.
And then throughout this game, they also have what's called gauntlet challenges, where each mini boss, because each zone has a mini boss, and the mini bosses do change. There's like 3 or 4 different choices for each zone that you can then run into, except for the junkyard, which is just one guy, a big fish guy. And when you do the gauntlet challenges, are just boss fights, and where you get more currency, and you get achievements when you do it your first time, which I have done all of them now. That's how much I played this damn game. Shredder's annoying because like when you beat him, when you get down 1 health bar and then he like goes in the middle and becomes a different version of Shredder. He looks the same. He just fights a little differently, which is annoying. Some are really annoying. And there's also Super Shredder in this game too if you do the gauntlet challenge for him. But he looks the same.
Yeah, I don't like that when you said Super Shredder that they didn't change his aesthetic.
No, I accidentally read it was Super Shredder and I got excited and I'm like, and then it's the same freaking model. Like I was hoping that they would have made the model different. No, the name just says Super Shredder. That's it.
Yeah, that's kind of lazy. That sounds like a timing or budgeting issue there, but you can't say Super Shredder. You can't say the term Super Shredder without it being a different look.
Yeah, I want the stupid purple armor or something. Give me something.
Just some other version of him, yes.
And it doesn't. And I was a little let down, but he only has 1 health bar as Super Shredder. Even though I'm sure it's awful because when I go for the perfect run achievement, I have to beat Super Shredder with all the other terrible things put on to make my run harder.
That's right. You got to earn it.
We'll see how that goes. I looked online. They're like, yeah, you want to max out your character before you try for a perfect run.
You don't say.
Which I'm not surprised. Which is what my goal is. And if I get that far, then the game's done.
Well, there's not much left for you then at that point.
No, because I'm not going to be if I max the currency, I wouldn't really be doing runs just for the hell of it anymore. Because the point of it for me is that I get the currency and then I make numbers go up. But if the numbers stop going up, I won't have an interest. But those are things that, and then plus without, like, I'm assuming any roguelite, you have different builds you can do with your character. They have ooze powers, flame, water, robotics, and ninja are the 5 types you can kind of choose from.
What about astral?
Oh yeah, astral. And there's also dark too. Forget, I don't like astral or dark, that even though I've done complete astral runs because I didn't have a choice. But yeah, those two also. Forgot about them. I hate robotics. I really don't like robotic stuff when it makes me choose them.
I don't know. I just stick to the Raph and his flame so much that they don't venture out on to some of the other elements.
I haven't had it. Well, each character kind of has an element that's associated more with them after playing this game too many times. And I did play this game with every character to get the currency that they have certain items that they need. I had to play it with certain characters and beat it in harder modes because you have these portals you unlock after you beat the game called shimmering portals. And they just like, oh, the enemies hit 50% stronger, or this ability takes 50% more time to refill, or you lose money every time you get hit, which is, well, scrap, which is the money that you get in the run that you can then use to buy upgrades or like heal yourself. Or you can do a thing where you don't get healed anymore, period. So stuff like that. And I did that with all the characters. I got to really see, but yeah, certain characters do have a particular element. Like Donatello's a lot of ooze and ooze is my least favorite, by the way.
You don't like poison damage?
Yeah, pretty much. It can be really, really good. I mean, I have had some ooze runs where I just fucked up Shredder without even touching him. I just dashed by him, poisoned him, and just left him there, and it did it for me. So I mean, ooze can be good. It's not my favorite build. Also, Utrom. I can't believe I forgot Utrom, which is electric. I use Utrom a lot.
I did use Utrom. That was kind of fun. I guess, again, it always depends on the character.
And each character kind of has a specialty. Like for Leonardo, it's all about dodging and dashing. And dodge is essentially where you have a certain % chance if a hit hits you, that it doesn't hit you, essentially, without you having to leave. So you can stand in front of somebody. Like I've gotten my dodge rate probably up in the 70 to 80 percentile. I just stood in front of people and hit them and they can't touch me. That's fun.
Yeah, I mean, with dodge that high, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. You can get it really fucking high with some of my builds I've done and some of the artifacts I have. Artifacts are items that you unlock throughout the game that you can then attach one of them. They give you different upgrades and you can switch them out throughout the run. I tend to stick with, now I just use the one that makes the game harder. They do 100% more damage because I get more money that way. So that's all I use. Can't get hit, by the way, when they do 100% more damage. It's not pretty. It really hurts.
It better does.
Raphael, I know, is your main turtle, which is your main turtle in anything.
Correct.
I do like his specialty, though.
Like his special or his tool?
His special in general is he has a high crit rate. That's
right, and he has the rapid flurry of strikes at close range. I mean, it works. Like, I can't say the same for every other character in the game, but pull him in with his default tool, and then just use your special right after, and just rack up a bunch of special damage.
They all have like different tools. Leo's, I mean, you can get other tools, but Leo's tool, he starts with his shurikens. Raphael's called tool line. Michelangelo's a taunt, which I didn't understand what it did at first until I read. It essentially makes enemies stun, and you do a lot more damage to them after you do his taunt. So it can be really good, but I didn't understand it. Michelangelo also has something called multi-hit, where he can then hit him like with a one attack. Will do like hit him multiple times, essentially, to do way more damage.
Yeah, it sounds like a great combination with Ooze.
Oh, he's good. I don't like him as much, but he's good.
I enjoy playing as Michelangelo in game.
Not my favorite turtle, so.
Not mine either, but like I love the multi-hit aspect, like just being able to do so many hits at once. Like monk characters and games, like RPGs, like if they're able to punch really fast and hit, like that's usually a really fun time for me.
So what about a Gelka monk? How would you feel about that?
Funny, because that might be what I'm referring to.
Someone out there got that joke.
One person out there got that one.
Probably. Hey, some people know what a Gelka is, at least. When they're like, oh, yeah.
You mean a Rogadine?
I don't know what you're referencing.
Sad. Didn't you play 14?
I never played 14.
Oh, okay. Well, the Galcos are called Rogadines.
Oh, they changed the name in 14?
14, yes.
I don't touch MMOs anymore. I sold my soul once to the devil. I'm done. Never again.
More ways than one, huh?
I don't touch any MMOs. I've tried World of Warcraft once, and other people have tried to convince me to play 14. Multiple people haven't. I'm just like, no, can't do it. I want to, can't do it.
Yeah, it can consume your soul, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't
know, 14. I definitely didn't commit as hard as I did, like in 11, for example. But shit, I wouldn't have met that one close friend of mine that's in Japan right now if I didn't, play 14. So it does have some of its upsides.
I mean, there's things there with MMOs. People, will meet some people have met their spouses on there. Like I have a friend that's on the show from time to time. I think he met his wife through WoW, if I remember correctly. So like, sometimes things work out. Like so much time was taken away from me that I just like, and 11 was so slow. So that's part of the problem. Final Fantasy 11.
Well, yeah, obviously MMOs have definitely went into a vastly different direction. Like MMOs we see now would probably be considered easy mode compared to the stuff we had to deal with back then. But that's why I don't look. I hate dealing with so many personalities online too at the same time. Everybody's got an issue and a problem, and fuck all that stuff. Like I just want a core, small group or co-op type of scenario to where I can do very similar things that I can do in an MMO. But it's just extremely hard to find. And that's what I'm on the search for.
I just don't play them. So
well, that's what I mean. Is I don't either. But I want something that gives me the same type of a very similar play style mechanically.
I mean, I don't even play multiplayer games, and you got me to play this like a few times, and I'm going to play more with you. Because, and that's like the thing is, like I told people, like I actually went like, hey, this game's like on sale for $10, buy it. And I never say, oh, you need to pick this up. Like this is a game that I just can't stop thinking about. It's really weird for me.
Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy that it's that you're that committed to it. I mean, especially with me being as big a Turtle fan as I am and being, into, roguelites like I am, I put a shit ton of hours into Hades, probably 80 plus hours into there.
Never touched it.
If you played it now, playing this, there's a very decent chance you'd enjoy how polished that game is.
Oh, I'm sure I would fall in love with it head over heels at this point because this game is essentially like a Hades clone, right? Is what people say.
Oh, that is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But man, there's something about turtles.
There's almost no difference mechanically with this game. It is very much a Hades clone.
No, I'm sure I would like it. I do want to play it.
I mean, the sales on Hades games are pretty common. I bought mine years ago because I kept hearing about the game, and I was
I own Hades 1.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, there you go. But yeah, I just kind of fell into it because like I'm tired of people, talking about how great this game is. It looks kind of dumb, but let's try it out. And I found it on sale for like $10, maybe less. And that was it. That was great.
I was supposed to do an episode about it back in 2021, and so I was going to play it, and then the person I was going to play it with and talk about it quit the show, so I never got around to it, and I kind of forgot about it. Playing this made me go, I bet I would love it, because I love this game. So
I would assume you would. I would definitely assume you would. And we did talk about if we wanted to do the same style, in co-op, there's also Sworn. That game, you'd probably have to put more hours in than you would this one. I feel Sworn is more difficult than the Splintered Fate is.
I own it now, by the way.
Well, there you go. And that game is
when we were talking,
pretty damn enjoyable. And again, it could still go up to 4 players. I think there's 4 to 5 different characters in game. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, and this game can be 4 players, obviously. And so I didn't mention too much about Casey. I didn't see Jones at first in here, the way he played, but once I understood him, like his special is he hits a hockey puck, so he has a long range attack, and then his like tool, as they call it, makes him extra powerful. Like buffs a few seconds. And that's what this game's all about, buffs and But for him, Metalhead is completely ranged, which is really strange. His tool is mines and it's god awful. Other than that, he's pretty good. And then Owlpex, for me, she's really good. She's more about dodging projectiles than she is about dodging actual. She'll get like a double percentage for projectiles. So she plays well for me. But I understood why you didn't like her as much because you'd probably like you like Raphael the most. Michelangelo will probably be your next one. I know you kind of said. And Casey, I know you like, but he's slow. I don't like the way he plays. Yeah.
Yeah, he without a doubt is definitely slower. To me, it's just another Raph, but one that smacks harder in a single shot, but also that kind of that's a damage trade-off though, because Raphael can hit so rapidly and hard at the same time. It's better time.
And so much critical damage for Raphael, and the fact that he hits so fast, like with his special, he does like a whole bunch of stabby stabs. The reason it's so nice is because fucking crit hit rate is so high that you just do insane amounts of damage.
Every hit is a crit, and then if you get super crits on top of that, it gets really bad. Yeah,
I do want to say
also flame elemental damage on top of that. Every time you crit,
it gets crazy how this game can go. Like today, for example, I got one of the second hardest achievement in the game where essentially you have to do all the shimmering portals, which made everyone hit harder and made the game harder, made my health upgrades mean nothing, and you just didn't have to do the hard version of bosses. I beat Shredder with one hit away from death, and the only reason I just didn't even go near him. I just threw shurikens at him the whole time and ran for my life, and it worked.
Cheesed them.
I had to. He was gonna kill me. But yes, because there's an ability that you can get that I get with Leo a lot where he throws a shuriken every time he slices. So I was just able to throw shurikens like that from a distance. So that was nice. Well, the game overall is just a lot of fun. I mean, I don't even put 40 hours into big RPGs half the damn time. Like, this is so strange to me to have put 40 hours into a roguelike game that literally is 4 zones. And I'm not an achievement whore anymore. The fact is I'm trying to get all the achievements but one because I just don't care about the one where you have to get blown up by a friendly mouser. I don't know if I care enough to do that. I might. I know how to do it now, so I might do it just to finish it if I get the other one.
You're probably going to do it.
Yeah, I probably will. I looked up what to do. They said you get hurt a lot. You have to activate one of the portals where the mousers blow up, have under 15 HP, and then stand there and get blown up.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So I could pull it off, and I might. I just have a lot of fucking health and dodge. That's the problem. It would have been better to do before I upgraded my character to insane amounts. So that's the issue. But yeah, no, I thought about it. I really have thought about it just because I kind of just want to complete this game. It's not like me to ever. I don't complete anything, and I just can't stop with this game. Like there's been times where I'm like, oh, I should go play this, or I need to edit this, and I literally did like 3 runs of Splinter Fate. Like, I should probably do something else. It's not me.
Well, the best point is that you're actually liking the game.
Oh, the game is fucking amazing. And it's way better than it has any right to be. This is a fucking Apple Arcade game to start with. Should not be this good.
Very surprising at how far it came. I never would have guessed.
I mean, I know when I first heard about it, as soon as I heard Apple Arcade, I just turned off and didn't care, didn't listen to anything. And it wasn't until you randomly were like, hey, you should pick this up so we can play together. And I was like, okay. Don't regret that decision, by the way.
Yeah, it was initially meant to be a filler for us missing some Ranger sessions.
Yes, and it turned into one of my favorite games recently.
Question mark?
I mean, I don't really have I don't have a top. I don't have a top 10 list, but it would be other like games from my childhood. But this game is like just really damn good. And the fact is, I'm gonna be telling people forever, like play Splinter Fate. Like you might really, you just have to play all the characters till you find the one that clicks with you the best. Because Donatello for me, he was very slow and it didn't work for me. But he's very good. He's all about being invincible with his tool, but I just don't care for him. Leo was the guy that made me just fall in love with this game. That's my style.
Well, I think that kind of lets you know what it's about. So a lot of games, I typically like characters that can tank or deal a crap ton of damage, like the crit damage that Raphael does. But as you can see, like the faster, dodgier type of characters, and Donatello just happens to be a tank.
Yeah, and that didn't work for me. Yeah, I just picked him because I like Donatello, personally.
You got to even think, like, well, if you're building Donatello, what do you got? You got Astral, and that has a lot of max HP bonuses. And if you're going for longevity with him, you want to boost your max HP, you want to boost your survivability. And so Astral is going to be very good for him. And that's the fun part for me, not only in this game, but other roguelites like it. I just love creating builds and what strategy can I use to be most effective and be a good time.
I mean, and this game gives you a lot of different options. And because it's roguelite, it forces you sometimes to play differently. I mean, I have my perfect build that I like, but sometimes the game's like, you don't get any of those abilities today.
Didn't say the magic word.
I remember I did quote that once to somebody who was in their 50s. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, how do you not know that reference?
How don't they?
Apparently they didn't watch Jurassic Park. I also did the hold on to your butts before when I had to hit the breakers at jobs. Anytime I hit the breakers at any job, I always say it.
Did you end up telling the guy what you were referring to?
Nope. I just did it. And he looked at me and I just walked away. There's no explanation that was needed. We were playing.
All right.
I didn't have a cigarette in my mouth. So, I also said it to myself, too, I'm pretty sure. Hit the breakers and no one around. Hold on to your butt. I love that movie. All right, trying to think of anything else. Oh, I do want to mention, like, the mini-bosses. They do have a decent variety of them for each zone. So that's nice, which I had to find them all to get all the achievements on hard mode.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about roguelites, too, is you can't have the same copy-paste run each time. Not only just, whatever your build is going to be or your character, they also got to switch things up with, certain branching paths or a variety of some enemies, and it's a good thing that they do that with the mini bosses at least.
Like, I'm probably going to stop playing this game soon, at least solo, but I can guarantee you that they announce another DLC, I will buy it immediately.
Yeah, I tend to do it every time. Anytime a DLC drops for them, I do it day of, just get it over with, because who knows when I'm going to pick it up. It could be a couple weeks, it could be the next day. So I just want to be ready when it happens.
I am wondering if we are going to get any more DLC or if they're going to be done. But we'll see.
That's crazy too. I mean, every time they dropped a new one, like even when they dropped Casey, it's like, oh, cool, they did one DLC. There's no fucking way they're gonna do more, and here we are with more. So
yeah, it's surprising me. It surprises me a lot. I think I'm running out of things to say it.
You didn't mention was the
yes,
shop.
Please. Oh yeah, the chairman, as they call him.
The chairman.
Is he from anything? He doesn't seem like a character I know.
Oh, I think he's an original character, at least to me.
He probably is. Because like I'm assuming many roguelikes do that. Throughout the run, you have a shop you get to go to through each stage, and then you can buy some upgrades. You can buy health item or pizza to heal you.
Yeah, it's even if it's not represented by a character, they usually give you some type of not only just a rest area, but something that could help extend your run.
Yeah, and it is nice. And I do like how he's like, "Oh, I'll see you again," because he knows they're in this loop because of Rat Catcher.
Oh yeah, I mean
or not Rat Catcher, fucking Rat
King. Damn
it,
Rat King. Yeah, if I'm being honest here, like the chairman's more mysterious than damn Rat King.
I mean, the Rat King, you wouldn't even know it's the Rat King if you didn't read the comics and know what that silhouette is. You would not know who he is. They never say his name. No, you wouldn't know. They don't say shit.
Is that because we don't know who the chairman is and what he comes from, and there's no connecting media to it? It's like, all right, well, what the fuck's the deal with this guy?
Yeah. Hey, maybe it's in the comic that exists for this game that I might never read.
I think I read it, but I don't remember him being in there.
Okay. Is it just like a one-shot?
The one-shot.
Oh, then I'm less interested. Now, for the miniseries, I might be like, 6 issues?
I guess, if we should have probably did it combined with this.
Agreed, but I didn't know it existed.
I forgot about it till we started this podcast.
Yeah, and I mean, somebody does have the ability to edit it in, but he's not going to. I can tell you that right now. So, someone does have that ability.
Yeah, I guess it depends on when you want to actually.
I don't care enough.
Post this thing, but yeah.
I don't care enough to read the comic or edit. I don't care. I'm sure it's a nothing burger.
Yeah, it's to the point to where I don't remember it.
Yeah.
It's not memorable at all.
It was like a Turtles annual.
Oh, God, I hate every annual. Mostly.
Yeah, but I read the Sonic comic. Those annuals are actually really damn good.
I think even the Ranger annuals, well, they had some good stuff in the Ranger annuals. Some of it.
Some are okay.
Some of it. Yeah, a couple stories here and there.
The Sonic ones are actually really good somehow.
Yeah.
The Turtles IDW run, the annuals were not good from what I vaguely remember from what we read.
Remember that one that we read, the parkour French dudes.
Hey, they're not in this game. Huh.
Thank fucking God, yeah.
I wonder why. Man, I really thought they were going to be important in that comic run, and they just disappear within like 20 issues. They're just dead and gone. I'm like, man, what was the point?
Yeah, it was a failed idea. Whoever came up with that one, it was a failed idea. Wasn't even that good to begin with. Just a bunch of hardcore French dudes. Like that's what's main enemy. I mean, I would have taken the Mafia over that.
Yeah, Mafia would have been better. They had the Mafia too, if I remember correctly.
But then, they can't beat the ninjas, hand to hand. But okay, I don't know. Figure the parkour guys weren't guns work, and the foot ninjas are invincible. They're not invulnerable. And then on top of that, like, so your answer was, all right, the Mafia guys aren't trained enough to face foot ninjas. All right, so hardcore French dudes are. What's great.
Yeah, I kind of forgot.
What was this? Savate or something like that?
Something like that. Yes. Yeah, they were dumb. Surprised you brought up that deep cut.
Yeah, I mean, well, we talked about annuals, and I had to just sit there and cringe when I thought about that one.
Remember, I was excited to see where they were going to go, and you're like, and you were right. I wasn't they didn't go anywhere, so.
Don't get too excited.
Pretty much. All right, let's go to Shelf Stacker Box, and I'll go first. I'm going to put this in the shelf. I fell in love with this game, obviously. I'm 40 hours into a game. I never put 40 hours into a fucking rogue anything, except for a big, giant RPG, and even then I don't half the time. I beat them faster. So I fell in love with this game. This game, to me, is a shelf. It's really good. I mean, I'm biased because I'm a fan, but I had a great time with this game. And I highly recommend it to people to pick it up if you haven't, and you like roguelites. And you.
Yeah, I'd probably shelf it, man. I think at this point you're loving it a little bit more than I am, but at the same time, it's a decently made game. Again, could it use a little bit more polish? Yeah, sure, but it's a good time. If and like you said just a second ago, if you love roguelites and you're a Turtles fan, even if you're not a Turtles fan, but that's a decent marriage right there that pays off, and at the end of the day is a good time. So it's like, and it's co-op on top of that. So you really can't lose with this one.
No, highly agree. And the co-op runs well. I kind of want to play 4-player co-op. It won't happen, but I kind of want to. So
Yeah, I can't imagine how tough some of those enemies would end up being, but I think it'd be a good time.
oh yeah, we would need all of us to be fucking strong
Oh yeah.
to make it work. That's why I know, like, when I look at the achievements, they're like, yeah, if you're going to go for a perfect run, do it solo. I understand. Oh, there's even legendary powers in this game? I have never seen that before. Huh. Apparently there's, like, different combos that are considered legendaries. Man, there's still more to this game, and I already put 40 hours into it. There's
Well,
something
get
called
ready to put in
Frostbite.
40 more. What's Frostbite? What are you talking
I
about?
have no idea, but it's some really cool flame water ability that looks interesting.
What is
I
it
don't know.
from?
In Splinter Fate, there's apparently a list of legendary abilities, and I don't know any of these. Dark Flame, Tempered, and Light Hammer. Okay, Revolution I've seen. There's a lot to this fucking game, guys.
So wait, are you referring to the like dual abilities that you can get when you like?
No,
fire
these are
water?
not. I've gotten tons of dual ability. Yeah, they're a dual ability, but they're like legendary dual abilities.
Oh, okay, I get you. All right.
I've never seen this before. There's a lot to this game. Like, it's
Surprise.
really good roguelite.
Yeah, they don't spell nothing out for you either.
No, and there's not a lot of guides either online. I mean, YouTube apparently has more guides, but like I looked online, I couldn't find anything.
Which is crazy to me that, again, we talked about their DLC how many times now. You would think if this game was that popular to get DLC, people would be talking about this more online. You'd be able to find more guides, more information, and it's just limited.
Oh, that Revolution thing? Yeah, I've never seen it before, because essentially what it is he dashes, and then shurikens just erupt from his dash.
That sounds cool, though.
I've never gotten that. I can tell you that much. So yeah, apparently you have to do certain things to get legendary abilities.
Well, it's definitely
That
more of an
is-
incentive to mix and match some of your powers or elements. So I need to probably look more into that too.
I didn't even know it existed. Man, there's a lot to this game. It's a bit ridiculous how much there is to it. Yeah, every time he dashes, he just throws a bunch of shurikens.
That's cool.
And there's like 10 different, I'm not counting, but it looks like there's 12 different abilities. And there's something called Finisher. So that's really cool. Yeah, there's a lot to this damn game. Check it out. It's well worth it. All right, and we should go to plugs. If you want to hear more TMT content, there's a whole bunch. It'll be all in the show notes. Me and Rich have done a ton of TMT comics and this other random stuff, so check that out. And also some other random games have been on the show too. And we have over 900 episodes on Podbean. If you want to, you can find everything we do on Podbean. You can even search right on there. You never know, we might have done it. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all sorts of content. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon. Little dog, you vote in our Patreon poll. We have 1 to 2 polls a month. Currently 2 polls. Well, I don't know when you hear this. It'll be April. But we got usually 2 polls, so check that out. If you donate $10 or more, I will plug your podcast or YouTube every episode I make during that month. Like these lovely people, Phoebe Stanton, the Let's Play Princess on YouTube and Twitch. And check out her podcast, Nerds at Broadcast. And also check out Zach's podcast, absolutely the best podcast of work in progress. Talks about the MCU movies and the MCU Jason movies. So check that out. He's currently doing the Alien Predator franchise. And check out Bill Tucker's show, 2 shows. A Gamer Looks at 40 and Carrying My Cross, a religious podcast. Still very good. And want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro creators, Helena at Hell Hassery. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And please follow some Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, and rate and reviews wherever you get your podcast. It all helps me out a ton. And we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.